everyone, it's Matthew here live at PAX West with the official SDGC, talking to Kevin from Red Blue Games, one of the developers of the upcoming Sparklite. How are you today?
Hey, I'm doing good, thank you.
So I ran into you briefly at PAX East and got my first taste of this game, and it sparked an interest in me. And can you just tell us what Sparklite is for those that might not know?
Sure, it's basically an action-adventure game with some procedural world elements. Every time you get defeated, you're rescued by a sky town, and when you're up there, you get to spend your Sparklite to make new buildings, upgrade gadgets, and get more upgrades for yourself, so that when you go down to the procedural world again, you can get farther and farther.
Now, this procedural world, what I thought was really intriguing is that you actually tied it into the narrative of the game.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like, we're a roguelike, everything's procedural, deal with it. You made it like a story-based element.
Well, so that ties back to its kind of classic Zelda appeal and that adventure style of game, and we found that the fans really kind of wanted a little more narrative than a traditional like procedural game provides. So we thought long and hard and a way to tie the two together, and I feel like we were able to get something that creates its own story with some creative lore in the background.
I mean, the look of the game is great. It's got that great pixel art like feel, but it feels modern style. What is your takeaway from that? What made you guys choose that aesthetic?
Well, when we first started, we knew we wanted to do the retro Zelda-style visuals, because that's the games we played when we were kids. But like you said, it has a more modern game feel. So we have like the 3-hit combo, some dash mechanics, new puzzles and gadgets that feel a little more fluid than kind of what was around back in the day.
And the game, it looks so cheerful and happy, but it is actually quite a difficult game. I've watched several people fail at this.
Well, that's kind of part of the procedural part. We're really towing the line where we don't want people to get discouraged by getting defeated, and so that's why you get to keep your progress from run to run. So it's kind of like an approachable version of that type of game, and we're finding that while people do get defeated, it's just kind of part of how the game works, and they're still happy to spend their Sparklite up in town because they're getting better after all.
Right. So how do you balance that from a development perspective, giving people just enough progression to feel like they're making progress, but also keeping the challenge alive?
We're still working on it. With such a wide variety of players, someone will go down to the mainland and kind of get wrecked right away, and we're like, oh, that's not good. So one of the things we're working on is our algorithm will put more difficult stuff away from like the main path. So if you want to go off the beaten path and try and get a challenge, it'll be out there. Or you can stay on the main path in a more comfortable area.
And Red Blue Games is a pretty small development. You said 3 people, right?
Yeah, it's
so
just 3.
How long has the game been in development with you guys?
Oh man, like 3 to 4 years. Like off and on, we had to do some contract work to keep the lights on, but eventually we got into Indie Mega Booth, which was a good success. And then we met Merge, our publisher, and they helped us, take the game to the last mile.
So is this where you're going to name drop the release date for everyone as a live exclusive?
I'm not sure I can do that.
Worth a shot.
Merge can do that. We're coming out very soon on all the platforms, so pick your favorite one and we'll be there.
Now, if you had to give people like an elevator pitch and just tell them why they needed to get this game, what would you tell the people?
It's bright, colorful, fun. There's local co-op. If you got a kid or a friend who likes to play, you can play as a companion in like an assistive mode. It's a more colorful and happy twist on a genre that might be a little more gritty. So if that appeals to you, you might want to check out Sparklite.
And where can people follow the progress of Sparklite?
We are on Twitter. We also have a newsletter. At Twitter, it's @RedBlueGames. On our website, redbluegames.com, you can sign up for a newsletter. And we're thinking about starting up a Discord soon.
And we have one last question. It's always the hardest one. I'm so sorry. If you have to choose, cake or pie?
I am a cake person.
We were doing so well.
Oh my God.
I thought we were best friends, Kevin.
Oh my God.
You broke my heart.
I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
They're all good. Come on.
I mean, they are.
They're all good.
But everyone has a preference.
They're
Thank you for
good.
talking to us.
Thanks, man.
Appreciate
I appreciate it.
Enjoy the rest of PAX.
You too.
I know it's been very busy with you guys.
Yep, we are continuing to be busy.
Which is a good thing.
It's always
better to
good.
have a busy booth than a dead booth.
That's true. All right, well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yep.